This is the Classic Plus or MultiPump range from Wright Flow Technologies. Let's have a look at some of the features and benefits of this range. So this is our Classic Plus pump. Let's start to take it apart and look at some of the features and benefits. So first, if we take off the nuts from the front cover, notice there's no dowels, it's just on the studs here, so it's very easy to take on and off. So let's pop that off. And if I show you, you can see it's completely plain, completely flush. So there's no dwells in it for the rotor nuts to go into. So it's going to be very clean, it's going to be very simple to clean if you just wash through with CIP. So, our Classic Plus pump, how does it work? If we imagine this is our suction and this is our discharge, it's bidirectional, so you could run it either way. But if this is our suction, this is our discharge, the liquid enters through here into this chamber here and then is carried around the outside, not through the middle, so around the outside, and then squeezed together on the discharge side. So in here, round the outside and then out. The rotor case on the Classic Plus has chamfers cut in it, which mean that if we mount the unit in the vertical configuration, it will drain and it will also vent. Again, small design things which overall make a big difference. The Classic Plus pump has been designed specifically so that it can be cleaned in place, CIP, it can be cleaned out of place, or it can be steamed, or a combination of all three. The flush front cover means that when it's CIP'd, it's a very simple process with no dwells in the front cover, so it'll clean quickly. If somebody is COPing, clean out of place, they can take off the rotors without fear of breaking the mechanical seals, because the mechanical seal is behind the rotor case. Or it can be steam purged, but I would recommend that if you are going to steam, that you would have the pump static, or if you are going to have the pump moving, that you'd have the seals lubricated or use wet steam so they don't run dry. But again, three options, so we can CIP it, we can COP it, or we can steam it, or a combination of the three.
The rotor retainer itself, you'll notice it's got a cross slot in it, and it's also concave, which means with a cross slot, it means you're going to get better torque transmission to get the retainer undone or done up. And unlike our competitors who have a single slot and is flush across the front, often with their retainer, incorrect tools will be used for undoing it and it'll burr and then we'll pick up on the front cover, which won't happen with ours.
Continuing looking at our Classic Plus, we have the mechanical seal here. We can fit different types of mechanical seal. We can have a single flush, double flush, O-ring seal. Here's an O-ring seal here. I'll show you. Here, it's an O-ring seal. Very simple on the rotor, O-ring, very, very simple. We can also fit a packed gland in here as well. And then looking at the specific drawings themselves of the seals. Another feature is our guard. You might think it's just a guard, but we've spent some time on the design of this. Specifically, so you can't get fingers caught in the gland area, but at the same time, you can very easily see the seal and see if anything is untoward. The Classic Plus has a helical gear, so rather than, as some of our competition do, have straight cut spur gears, ours are cut on the helix, which means we get better torque transmission because it's obviously a bigger area, and also it's going to be quieter running as well. So a double benefit. Again, small things on design make a big difference overall. As you'd expect from Wright Flow, with a Classic Plus multi-pump, we have all the pieces of paper you need, from your ATEX to your CE, machine directives, your FDA, your 3A, your 1935, etc, etc. Hopefully, now you're more familiar with some of the features and benefits of the Classic Plus multi-pump range from Wright Flow.